In this problem, a prism of mass m1 is placed on a horizontal surface. A bar of mass m2 is placed on the inclined surface of the prism. There is no friction anywhere, and we are asked to find the acceleration of the prism. For this problem, I presented a solution in a previous video. I'm just trying to solve this problem using an alternative approach, and this approach actually helps us get the answer quickly, rather quickly indeed. So let us look at the solution here. Now, like all Newton's laws of motion problems, we start with a free body diagram. So let's say if I look at the free body diagram of the prism, with respect to ground. So as the bar comes down the incline of the prism, it pushes on the prism in a direction perpendicular to the inclined surface. So a component of that force pushes the prism in the horizontal direction. So the prism gets an acceleration horizontally. So if you look at that force, let's say this angle is alpha. The force applied by the bar on the prism is in this direction. Okay, so let's call this n. Now if I take the horizontal direction as x-axis, the acceleration of the prism in the positive x direction, so let's take it as a1x. So if you resolve the normal force along this direction, okay, so I just have to, let's say, get this angle right here. So if you look at this angle alpha, this is an alternate angle, so that's alpha, and this angle is clearly 90 minus alpha. So if I take the component of the normal force in the horizontal direction, which will be n into sine of 90 minus alpha, which is n into cos of 90 minus alpha, I'm sorry. So this will be n into sine alpha. So if you apply the Newton's second law, which is net force is equal to mass into acceleration for the prism, so we get the net force is n into sine alpha along the horizontal line, and then that is equal to mass of the prism m1 multiplied by its acceleration a1x. Okay, now if we look at the free body diagram of the bar, in this case with respect to the prism, okay, so FBD of the bar with respect to prism. Now the prism is accelerating to the right. Okay, so the prism becomes a non-inertial frame. So whenever you analyze objects from within a non-inertial frame, so there is this requirement of applying a fictitious force known as the pseudo force. So how do we get that pseudo force? The pseudo force that you are supposed to apply is equal to the mass of the object being analyzed multiplied by the acceleration of the frame. Now keep in mind that the direction of the pseudo force is always opposite to the acceleration of the frame. So if I write this expression vectorially, I'm supposed to use a minus sign here. So now take a look at the free body diagram of the bar with respect to prism from within the frame of the prism. So let's draw it here. So okay, this angle is alpha. So we have the bar here. So now the usual force is m2g. So this is anyway there. So the earth is applying a force of m2g in the downward direction. And if you happen to observe from the perspective of an observer standing on the prism, okay, so this is our massless observer. So if you ask this observer, he will say, okay, the frame is accelerating, so I must apply a pseudo force in the opposite direction. The frame is accelerating to the right. So what is the pseudo force here? So let's say this pseudo force is mass of the object, which is m2, multiplied by acceleration of the frame, which is a1x. Okay. Now, if I look at the direction perpendicular to the inclined plane, and if you ask this observer, he will say that the bar is not really moving along that line. So the acceleration along this line, the line perpendicular to the incline, is in fact 0. So the net force along that line must be 0. So if I get the force components along that line, okay, so we have to look at the angles here. So this is angle alpha, so this is alpha. So we know this angle is 90 minus alpha. So if I take the component of the pseudo force along this line, so we should get it as m2 into a1x multiplied by cos of 90 minus alpha, which is sin alpha. And then if you look at this angle, so this is alpha, so this is 90 minus alpha, so this is again alpha. So if we look at the component of the gravitational force along this line, we will get m2g cos alpha. So in addition to these two forces, we also have the normal force applied by the prism on the bar, okay, so which is in this direction along the component of the pseudo force, which is n. Now along this line, okay, so along a line perpendicular to the incline, the acceleration of the bar is clearly 0. And then if you look at that direction and then pay attention to the forces, there is only one unknown, the normal force, other than of course a1x. So we can actually use this equation, let's say along with the first equation we obtained, and then get the value of the acceleration of the prism. So this is actually much faster. And again, keep in mind here, you don't have to really worry about what is really happening down the incline in this problem. Okay, so here if I write down the Newton's second law, because the acceleration is 0, I would say the net force is 0. Okay, so the forces in the upward direction, which are like normal plus m2 a1x into sine alpha, is equal to the force in the downward direction, which is m2g cos alpha. Okay, so from the first equation, I can take this normal force and then substitute here. So what do we have here? So I think I'll write it here. So I have m1 a1x, okay, so divided by sine alpha, plus m2 a1x into sine alpha is equal to m2g cos alpha. So from here clearly, if you solve for the acceleration of the prism, which is a1x, will be clearly m2g cos alpha into sine alpha divided by, from here we get m1 and then this is m2 sine square alpha, so we'll get m1 plus m2 sine square alpha. So that's the answer.